Well, Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg has taken the stand in an antitrust trial where enforcers claims that the company spent billions of dollars to acquire Instagram and WhatsApp to curb its Facebook competitors. For more, we are joined by Dr. David Tuffley, Senior Lecturer in Applied Ethics and Cybersecurity at Griffith University. David, good to have you with us this evening. Can I begin by asking you why this antitrust case has been brought forward by the US Federal Trade Commission?
Well, this goes back to the first Trump presidency. He initiated the first antitrust, which was dismissed. And then in the Biden presidency, a second action was initiated, a strengthened one, which that didn't get off the ground either. Now, in the second Trump presidency, we're seeing a renewed effort by the FTC to get this antitrust case up and running.
Yes, and Mark Zuckerberg, he has testified in this trial. What's he had to say so far in defense of Meta's ownership over WhatsApp and Instagram?
Yeah, he maintains that the ownership was legal at the time. It was approved by the federal regulators, and that because it happened like that, and it's over 10 years ago that it actually did happen, this puts the burden of proof on the FTC. It's unlikely that they will succeed in this because US courts are historically fairly reluctant to reverse mergers like that, particularly when they happened so long ago. He maintained that it was legal and that it wasn't monopolistic. They do have competitors in the form of TikTok and WhatsApp and others. So it's not a monopoly as such. However, I think some damning emails have emerged which show that Meta had a buy or bury policy towards competitors. So the ones that they couldn't run out of business, they bought and merged with, and that certainly isn't helping their case.
Yes, and if you're saying that the burden of proof is on the FTC, how do you expect them to be fighting the case? What is going to be their key offense against Meta?
Yeah, well, I think it is. It goes back to Meta was very dominant in the social media field in 2012, and when they acquired Instagram and WhatsApp, it became a juggernaut in the social media market. At the time, it was a very more or less a monopoly. So I think the mere market power that they had at the time, they've now got significant competition from other players. But no, I think it's sort of a test of, I think, the Trump presidency's. He does like to deregulate corporations, but he also has promised to clip the wings of overly dominant corporations. So I think the FTC is removed from the executive branch of the US government. So I don't think there's probably a whole lot of pressure being put on them to push this through. But the people running the FTC have expressed their determination really to see this one through. It remains to be seen whether or not they'll get it over the line, though. I somehow doubt that they will, but anything could happen.
Yes, and in the scenario that if Meta does lose the case, the question is who might be there to buy these other platforms, Instagram and WhatsApp.
Yeah, well, there would be no shortage of potential buyers, I'm sure. These are very profitable enterprises. It wouldn't if Meta was forced to divest, they wouldn't go back to their original owners. They would be acquired by whoever was prepared to pay the price. And there would be an overseer, I think, appointed by the FTC to keep an eye on things to make sure it didn't just kind of settle back into the old pattern. Um, yeah, so it would be business as usual. There would be a more diverse landscape of social media, and that's not even including the ones that would uh, start up in the meantime. You know, it's a very happening, fast developing field. So yeah, I think Instagram and WhatsApp would steam ahead, full speed ahead.
Okay, it'll be an interesting verdict whichever way it goes. Dr. David Tuffley, thank you so much for your insights today.
Thanks, Girish.